Hello. Gonna take a minute to let people get in the room. Ooh, sorry. People get in the room. I don't know if notifications will have gone out yet or not. All right, just looking at all my notes to myself here. See if I can go find it. Oops, on my tablet. And hello, how is everybody doing tonight? It has been a long week already. Going to rearrange all my notes, make sure I can bring this up on the tablet so I can see comments. Hi, Pamela. How are you doing tonight? Speaking of which, I have a note for you here for a that I made to myself for a shipping credit for you. For whatever reason, it way overquoted it. So on your next order, I will take that off of your invoice for you. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Ramola. How are you guys doing tonight? Chilling. It's chilly here. Hi, Kristen. It's a lot cooler today than I expected it to be. So I'm going to get into all messages so I can see all the chat. And all right, good. I'm glad. Usually it's just easier for me to make a note of it and put it on your next invoice, because if I do a refund for it, it charges me for another invoice. So as long as everybody, that's usually how I do it, and it comes out in the wash, and then I'm not charged for one more invoice, then it's just a little simpler plan. So, but hi, Becky's Vintage Viking Treasures. So glad everybody is here tonight. Thank you for coming to my normal Tuesday live sales. I am in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We got snow last night on the peak. There's Jeff popping in the chat. And Mom, hi Mom. So yeah, we had a rainstorm that came through, and when I got up this morning, I was like, wow, we had a lot of snow up on the peak from that storm, because it was cool. I think it was in the 50s today. So a little cooler than I expected it to be when I went out for going out to Lefse this morning. So I am almost recovered from the show up in Loveland. So that's nice. Whatever the allergy stuff is has still been kicking me, but I think I have the allergy medicine figured out, and we're doing a lot better now. So I just took it real easy yesterday, and feeling better today, but it'll be gradual. I have to start sorting for it's not for a couple more weeks, but I have to do some more sorting for my Scandinavian shop coming up. So yep, Jeff drove Mom up to the show. Thank you, Kristen. I did a little video on Instagram. It's quick though, but it goes all the way around the booth. We had 6 8-foot tables full of glass and kitchen glassware, basically. So everything from mid-mod to Viking. I didn't do a video at the show. The reception was so bad there, Pamela, because I couldn't even send out a text message. If the spot I was sitting at for our checkout table wouldn't send a message, but if I'd stand up and go to the end of the table, it would go through. Or if I go 2 feet over to the other chair, it would go through. So it just wasn't reliable enough with the Wi-Fi on at the center to do a video of the show. So I had pictures, and I did just a short on Instagram of the booth. So yeah, I know. But I know Steven keeps getting on me. You need to do more videos, do more videos. So yes, I know. I have to edit some more. I'm getting caught up, but I'm working on it. We're getting there. So was caught up at the booth right before I left, put out hi Helen, good to see you. put out some more stuff for Halloween. I have been sorting and pulling some stuff, so I have a variety of items tonight. I have some glass, I have some jewelry, I have some little figurines. That pretty much covers what I have currently. So, hi Cindy, good to see you. And what I was trying to do is to make sure that I got the majority of the rest of the Halloween stuff, because I don't want to go, oh no, I had a whole box full or I had a whole bag full that didn't make it out, and then people wouldn't be able to have it in time for the holiday. So I think what I have gotten out tonight is the last of anything that's Halloween. There is some obviously things that'll go into fall just fine, but yeah. So let's see. Kristen has this volunteered to be a mod tonight for me, so we'll be watching Kristen Ruby for the countdowns and the solds tonight. And let's see, I am in Colorado Springs. I invoice through PayPal, and I also ship through PayPal and Pirate Ship, depending on what is the better price for the package. I am combining, I have a couple, there's not really that much from the show. I didn't really have anything from the show, quite honestly. So I'm not combining invoices. I will be invoicing within 48 hours. And then I ask that you try and pay within 48 hours or communicate to me where we're at and what we need to do. And then I ship within 48 hours. Now I am a little bit behind on the shipping. I have 2 packages, I think, left to go out from last week because people that paid over the weekend, and I just stayed down yesterday. So, I didn't work on shipping this afternoon. I was working on pulling some other stuff and going from there. Hi, Laura. Good to see you. So, oh, I wanted to open this up here quick too, because this is something I think would go really cool with this time of year. So I want to make sure I have it out, and so I can show you guys what it is. These are crazy cool. All right. You know, certain things I've set aside and waited to have them for certain seasons, fall, spring, summer, and then I look up and go, oh my goodness, how did I forget that one? It was up there on top. But I think we're finally to what I have out, what I have. So it is pulled. Get all the right words in the right direction here. So let's see. Did I do all the things? I told you where I'm at, who I am. This is my email, vintagevikingtreasures@gmail.com. Yeah, it has been a busy fall, and it only gets busier from here on out. So we have 3 local shows that I'll be doing that are Scandinavian, one in October, November, and December. Hopefully I get in that last one in December. The Pumpkin Pie Days that's up in Longmont is iffy. I'm not sure if I will be in it, but I think Barb will be in it for sure. And then we go to Alabama in the second weekend of November for our big glass show down there at Stevens Place. So we have a lot between now and that first weekend in December, gearing up for. I have a couple weeks here in the meantime to kind of, excuse me, organize and get stuff ready for the booth and get things switched around. The other thing I want to do at my booth is switch up and put out some Christmas even before we get into full-blown fall show season. So that's basically the gist of everything. I will start items with a starting offer price. I have a few quick claims, which means they are a set price, and I have a quantity, or I have a limited quantity of them, and the first person or people if I have 6 of them, the first 6 people I see to claim, then we'll just go down the line. There won't be a bid situation or an offer situation. Right. I know. I'm kind of on the fence on that one. Yeah, there's a whole lot going on with that for me, because I really need to get my Scandinavian stuff in order. Hey, Geneva. And if I can get ahead of that game, then that's a possibility for that one. So They do this show up at the fairgrounds in Longmont twice a year. They do a strawberry days and a pumpkin pie days, so like a spring and a fall show. And it's pretty much a general antique show. So we can have everything out between mid-mod, glass, antiques, collectibles, all the things, all the seasons. So it's kind of a general show for that. But it'd be a great time of year to pull out Christmas, because the Christmas show that they have, we will be in Alabama. So we won't be able to do that here locally, which is kind of a bummer because that's a big show. And people bring out their big guns for that one, of all the Christmas they've been saving all year long. So I think, oh, and if I do a starting offer, we give everybody a chance to get my words all straightened back out in my head. We give everyone a chance to answer. If you've put in 5 and the next person puts in 7, then you get a chance to answer whether you're in or out and go from there. And if once everybody is out, then we call it down and call it sold. So I do not do just in cases, because we give everybody a chance to answer the previous offer. Okay. Did I say all my things, Kristen? We'll see. I think I'm going to start kind of in the Halloween area, just because that's what is right in front of me. And we'll head off from there. I see 15 people in the chat. I know it's a little bit light tonight. That is not a problem. Hopefully some more people will join us. If there's some other things that people were watching that are starting to end, that would be awesome. Okay. Yes. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Yep. Great reminder on the thumbs up. I appreciate that so much as well. Definitely myself, anyone in the chat can answer questions, especially if I miss something. Please bring it to my attention or to Kristen's attention, and we'll get it taken care of. So I don't think those need to come off of there. I was trying to organize and I just started opening everything. All right. Well, let's just start with some jewelry, because that's what I am fiddling with and making sure it's out of the plastic so we can see it. I have 2 of this one. Let's just make it a quick claim. This is a lapel pin style. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. So it's got that little spring action tie tack back. I have 2 of them. They're gold tone. They'll be $4 each. And you can put boo in the chat. And I have 2 of those pins. I believe I had these last year and somehow they got left in the shuffle. So these ones, I'm going to have to try and get those on something. Because, hey, Mary Beth. And I'm just going to move things to the side. Welcome. I have a lot of littles tonight, but it feels like I have a bunch of stuff pulled. So we'll roll with it, see how well we can get going. Stephen will be, he's doing his live sales on his channels now. He's trying to do them on, I think, 2nd and 4th Mondays. So that will be next week for his. And I know we will be doing as long as we have good reception, we will be trying to go live. If nothing more than a booth review in Alabama, but hopefully we can do more than that, depending on the reception. Sorry, that's what is still getting me a little bit of catch on my voice going away. Okay, this is my next offer. They want to spin around. They're these little silver earrings, because I put them on this piece of paper. All right. They're teeny tiny little posts with black rhinestones for the eyes. Hi, Peggy Ann. Welcome. They are just small little studs. These will be $5. And we can put cat in to claim those. I only have 1 pair of those. Those are a solid Um, they're not hollow. That's the back of the post. And I believe they're probably just like a stainless. They are not silver as far as I know. And now this little bitty one is escaping me. All right, come on now. They almost look like a fox face. Okay, phew, got it. It's just like a real critter trying to get away. There we go. All back together. Definitely a silver tone. They do kind of look like a chihuahua. Now that they're up close, they look like a fox to me too. But when I got them, I first thought they were cats. So they can be whatever you need them to be, quite honestly. Yeah, I think a fox would be cute. It'd be cute for that. I'm going to switch to a little itty bitty owl pendant. Someone painted this on a stone and then turned it into a pendant. It is probably about a half inch at the most, the stone itself. It's on just a simple cord. This will be a $3 for owl. Cooperate. It could go on another chain. It's very lightweight. And there's the back side of it. It could probably be turned into a pin too if you wanted to have it dangling from something somehow. But the eyes are very like a 3D look to them. Just a teeny little owl. All right. I like his eyes too. All right. Next, I think I have lost my cheaters to my pricing bag. So we'll see if we can get this to work for me tonight. I have my handy dandy little magnifying lens. If we can get it between the light and the right angle. I'm not seeing this one marked, but I thought it was Hallmark or the Carlson cards, but I'm not seeing any marks on the back of it. But I thought he was Hallmark, honestly. He'll be $4 start. He's one of those 3D resin pins. He's about, an inch and a half tall by an inch and 3/4 wide. He is just about a half inch thick. Oh, either way, it doesn't really matter at this point. He could be, if two people are in, it would be turn into an offer. But if it's not, if there's only one, it's basically a quick claim. Sorry, I'm being indecisive. I remember these from, I think it's Hallmark. I think it is. Looks like I'm on the owl kick too. Do his eyes glow? It looks like the orange paint react to the UV light. You can kind of see it on his wings. Not much, but the closer it gets, I know, that's it. It does look like how many licks does it take, that owl from the Tootsie Roll Pop commercial. And welcome everyone. That's Tobby. Welcome. On the side. 4 licks. I know, I just saw somebody reran that commercial on something. They're like 1, 2, 3, crunch, 4. 4 licks. That's what it takes. This is not a spider, it's a scorpion pin. It is rhinestones We can get it. I thought it was unique. At first I thought it was a spider when I looked at it, but it's a gold tone with all the rhinestones. Be a $4 start. And there's the back side. It has the rollover safety clasp on this end right here. Right? I tried, but they were always uneven. They'd always end up with one side of the Tootsie Roll starting to come out of the sucker before the other side. I would say 2 inches by 2 inches, basically at its widest point, and about a 1/2 inch tall. Oh, yes. You're right, Northwest. Somebody is a scorpion. That would work well too, but it is super glittery shiny. So I think it's a newer style pen. And just to make sure, let's see. Oh, wow. That's an art to use this style of a magnifying lens. I do not see any marks. Do not see any marks on it. Hi, Midge. How are you doing tonight? Good to see ya. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. All right. I'm going to get a little bowl so all these critters don't escape me. There we go. That works. Okay. I have a $2 quick claim. Let me pull one of these out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs. These are silver. They're very lightweight little post earrings. Oop, there it is. See if we can get it. So it's a double mushroom on a post. And there's the pair. They are just little tiny ones. So they are about a 1/4 inch by just under a 1/2 inch tall. Okay, Cindy, I see you. Thank you. So these will be $2. Mushroom will be the claim word. I have 7 pairs available. And I will write owl pin, and the owl necklace, I believe, is the one I had shown. Pin was 4 and the necklace was 3. Yep. All right. Oh, I'm sure you could. They're just the little posts that go through right there. And they have the regular backs. I still have super long fingernails from being in the summer. I'm sure this one will be gone soon. That's just the regular post back. And I can't hold on to anything up close right now. So I'm going to make sure I have Cindy B. Got it. Got that one. Almost lost my sticky note. And now I see Lori, a blue flamingo, will take 1 mushroom earring. Thank you. Yeah, I know my ears are pretty sensitive too, but a couple of these I decided to try and just see how they were like. And if I'm just wearing them for fun for a day or so, it's not a big deal. I just can't keep them in my ears very long. So, and Wendy takes 1 set. Thank you, Wendy. Oh, thanks for joining us. I haven't seen you in a little while in the chat, or at least talking, but that's fine. Thanks for coming out tonight. Okay, we got that one. Weekend went pretty well. Talked about that a little bit earlier. We did pretty good on Saturday. We had a pretty good crowd. It was a little quiet on Sunday, but We had a few things posted, so we had a few people on Facebook that asked for a couple things in pictures, so that helps out a weekend. But yeah. All right. I know. It's probably one of my downfalls. But they were mushrooms and they were adorable, so I thought I'd try them out. So we have 2 of those. Perfect. Thank you. Wow, great. I'm glad you're getting back into it. It is definitely one of those things that's hard to be consistent with. I totally understand that. Because I'll get going and I'll realize that I haven't done, like, I'm so used to doing certain things on certain days, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot one thing because I was busy going and doing another show. So this is a gold tone pin. He was an owl with green rhinestone eyes. He's like a wire based pin. There's the rollover safety back. And he will be $4. $4 start, $4 claim, whichever. An 1.5 inches tall by 1 1/4 inches wide. So it's like all wire that's been bent back and forth to look like the feathers. And then his beak is like a bead. Yeah, it kind of wiggles a little bit. And his rhinestone eyes. I should check those just out of curiosity. Nope, no glow. I don't think, unfortunately, when I did a quick glow earlier, I didn't see anything outstanding. So, but he's a cute little size owl, kind of any season, but I know that this is the time of year that everybody is looking for owls. He's kind of groovy. He's very lightweight because of what he's made out of as well. So I'm going to pull these 2 owls quick, not the scorpion. Owl. There we go. Let me get in the critter bowl. All right. Well, let's finish up the jewelry because these littles won't fall off my desk. This is a wooden pin. It's carved and painted to look like a black cat. The pin is mounted on the back. He'll be a $4 start with a rollover clasp right there. I don't see anyone's initials or signature on it. I'm guessing it's hand painted. Almost 3 inches, so 2 3/4 long by barely 1 inch wide with the tail. Right? It looks like he's stretching or laying or walking straight at you. One of the two, one of those. And he does not glow either. They're not his whites of his eyes. He doesn't have yellow or green eyes, but he's a cutie. Reminds me of Puds. As we go, if you're watching on the replay or, oh, there we go, Lori, I got you. There's something that was passed, send me an email, put a comment in the chat, put a comment after the video. And if it hasn't been claimed yet, I can help you guys out with that. This is the cat in for 4. Thank you, Lori. There. Okay. I'm not sure where these came from. These are a pair of earrings. The witch flying on a broom. Again, we'll go with the $4 start. We'll just be consistent. She is about 1.5 inches long and a little over 1 inch, 1.25 inches tall. These are wire. That's that pretty basic wire hook on the earring with an orange bead. They're festive as well. Depends on how you choose to celebrate your Halloween. But look at the little striped socks. I have a couple friends who would wear these. They would think they would be hilarious. So they are not marked on the back. I believe that they are charms that someone made into earrings, but I purchased them this way. So, okay. Lori's gonna take the witches as well. Crossing the moon. I know. Wouldn't that be cool to put a lucite round piece behind it that would glow? That'd be really cool. All right. Thank you, Lori. Everybody's safe. I'm just afraid that they're going to fall off the counter, so I just put them in a bowl for them too. I have an octopus, gold tone. You'll take the wire owl pin, Midge? Okay, I got you. This will be a $4 start. Thank you, Midge. Now, this one's a little bit heavier, and he is quite a bit, he's almost an inch tall, and about 2¼ by 2½. He has rhinestones everywhere, except I believe he's missing one right there. I'm gonna find his eyes. Oh, here's his eyes. His eyes are on this side. What did I miss? We got it? Okay, perfect. See, I see the arrows up here, and then I think we got it already. Okay. Got it. I think it's, there we go. Yeah, I thought it was LORI. This guy is probably, this is one you probably don't want to wear on a, say something that's just going to flop over, because it's quite heavy. It would need to be somewhere where it wouldn't move, like on, versus like a collar up higher maybe, or on a hat. He's 2 ounces. It's quite a bit higher, heavier piece. It's got the long pin with a rollover clasp, and I don't think it is marked either. But he is missing one rhinestone. Nope, I don't see a mark on it. Right, a coat or jacket that's got a heavier lapel. That would be great. But oh, he's missing 2 rhinestones. One on this side and one on that side right there. It still looks sparkly where it was, but okay, he's going over here. Now, these ones are going to be just a little bit ahead of season. I have 2 turkeys. Do $4 start. I have this guy, which is a wooden pin that's been painted and carved. And I believe he's a turkey. If he's not, I don't know what kind of a bird he is, but he's got this really fun wobbly head. So it'll be choice, and he's got this old style pin back, and it's just the spring action on that one. So it'll be choice between this older wooden carved one and the Hallmark 3D resin one. There's the Hallmark marking right there. I see Wendy's going to take the octopus. Thank you, Wendy. So I'll keep these up here. This is about 1.5 inches, and this is almost 2 inches, I believe. Octopin. Got you. Thank you, Wendy. And so this would be just a little bit ahead of schedule for where we're at, but I didn't want to forget that they were here since we're in fall. It's pretty much a fall thing too. He almost looks like Donald Duck on down here to me, but then his head is, it is somebody's creative carving, that's for sure. I thought it was clever. And again, the spring back just slips under on the Hallmark one. He's a very sassy turkey. I mean, got some attitude for sure. Okay, this one comes over here. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Next, I have a choice of Annalise. I did find these in Kansas City when Stephen and I went estate sale shopping. They are the smaller pixie size, which is approximately 6 to 7 inches, depending on how tall their little hats are and how you've bent their legs. They can sit ups, stand up, sit down, and they both have their tags, and they're each holding a cookie cutter. So the black little pixie is holding an orange ghost, and the orange pixie is holding a black bat. I would like to start these at $15 choice, the 1994 Anna Lee, and the orange is also 94. I love their little faces that they're painted on there. It's just, I guess, something I've been watching out for more recently is the Annalise. And with the cookie cutters, I just thought they were adorable. I believe that the gal had them like in her shelves. She had some little cubby holes on a cabinet, a wardrobe, whatever that was near her kitchen, and she decorated it for the holidays. And so these were near the kitchen, and that's why I like the cookie cutters with them. I believe they are, are they glued on? Yes, they are attached. This one is glued on right here, and this guy is attached right here on both sides. So they definitely came hooked together like that. It gives a little bit of history of the Anna Lee dolls and their makers with these little hang tags. Made in the USA. Came out of Meredith, New Hampshire. Okay, is this going to open? Oh, this one's stuck shut right there. That's right. So, but they're super cute, guys. I'm going to put them over here. And next up, I have a pair of vintage candle holders. They're the smaller style candles. One is the little cat and dog with the jack-o'-lantern, and the other is the little girl witch with the ghost with a little treat bag. There it is. Let's see if I can get the mark to show for you. It says Moorhead Incorporated right here. And let's see. So let's start these at $12 for the pair. They would be fine individually too if you wanted them. But when I looked them up, they came as a pair with the two different characters on them, or the set of characters. They are just about, say, 3 inches across and about 2 inches tall, about 2 inches deep. This one's a little bit deeper. And do they both? I can see the Moorhead on this one there that I showed you earlier. And then I don't know if we can. It's very faint, but it is on the bottom of this one as well. It's right through the center. You can kind of see it, but it's much fainter on that one. I don't know. Does Northwest know that? Or where they're created now? If they're still in the US? That's a good question. In the later 2000s. Okay. All right, you two are going over there. All right. In China now. Okay. I have this pair of salt and pepper shaker knotters. They have, it says patent TT, and then it says NOV Co with a G and a triangle. I am assuming that these were made in Japan as souvenir style shakers. The knotters are hard to find all with all the pieces intact, and they were often done as a souvenir piece. So this is a paper sticker that's put on here. These came out of the Randall Dam in South Dakota. I will start these here for you guys at $20. I'd probably put them in my booth for 25 to 30. They each come out. This is missing its cork. It's got the cork inside, but they have these little arms that come out, and they just wiggle back and forth like a teeter-totter. And so their top jaw is on the shaker and their bottom jaw is on the stand. This one does not have a shaker, or excuse me, a cork either. But the gold is just amazing. Kind of got some of the bone lines on the top of the skull. Each have the different number of holes. The stand is approximately 3.5 inches long by about 2 inches deep, and this would be probably 3.5 to 4 inches. And yeah, they are pretty fun. I'm not like a huge fan of skeletons, but when I saw these and they had all their pieces, I thought sometimes I just rescue them when they have the stand and one shaker, because you never know when you're going to come across a single shaker to make a set. So, is the South Dakota mark a label or part of the piece? I believe it is a paper label. Let me take out the guys, and we will. So you can kind of see the finish on the stand is kind of got a opalescent or lustery kind of look to it, pink with dots. Vintage Find 61. Thank you very much. The sticker, and it's a paper sticker, a paper piece that's been added. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably soak it off. You can't turn it around and you could, but the jaws are on, the bottom jaws are towards the front. So what it says, Fort Randall Dam, Pickstown, South Dakota, with a little picture of it. And it's pink with some blue. It almost looks like that oil slick with a luster kind of finish to it. And again, the bottom says patent TT with the G and then NOV company. I have not researched them. I just know I like picking up the knotters if I can find them. So, oh, there you go, Northwest. Thank you. But I just think they're fun. I have had a deer in the past, and I think I have one up here somewhere that I was waiting for. I only had the stand and one shaker, hoping to make a pair eventually out of it. So, all right. Let's see. Vintage Find 61 is in at 20. For the skull shakers, we can start counting it down. Thank you, Kristen. And let's see, Vintage Find 61. Do I have your information, or is there how would you like to be called in the chats? Is there a name you'd like to be called, or I can just go by Vintage Finds? That's fine. Or did you change your name and I just don't know who you are? So they are fun. Last call. You can be sold. Thank you so much, Tammy. Welcome. Thank you. Could you please send your information to me? I just need your PayPal, your YouTube name, and your zip code. Your PayPal email, excuse me, and your zip code. And then I think we'll all be on the same page. Thank you so much. All right. Where are we at? We have 31 in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Yeah, those are pretty fun. I have had them here, and I've probably missed at least one, maybe even 2 Halloweens, not realizing they were still on my shelf. So, congratulations. This is a little, well, it says it's a toothpick dispenser. I would imagine it's almost about the same size as a match dispenser as well. It's a ceramic, maybe a hobby piece because it's painted by Roy. And we can start this one with mushrooms out at $8. All of a sudden, I'm getting tons of notifications for something. It is almost 4 inches by 2 inches by just about 4 inches tall. It has the hook that's been placed in the ceramic or the plaster so it can hang on the wall. And all those fun blue, yellow, green, mid-century colors. I don't believe, no, nothing glows. You have to check it. Occasionally, some of those paint colors do glow. Right, Kristen? He did a great job. He didn't even have to pay close attention to the pack. It's got a cute little like dot pattern on the side, like a stitching pattern. So you could probably almost put a business card in there too. I don't know. Yeah, it stands up this direction. You could almost put a business card in it. So here's like Post-it note size. Yep, Post-it notes will fit in there. So the opening is about that 3 inches by 3, yeah. A 3-inch square fits right in there. So you could use it for organizing as well. This probably should have gone to the Mid-Mod show, but it got forgotten this time. But that's okay. Mushrooms, owls all go great with fall. So my next offer is this little mushroom that is like a pencil or pen holder. It's got 5 openings. It is wooden, I believe. And it will be also an $8 start. It's been painted. So it's been drilled 5 holes and then painted. It is 3.5 inches tall, and the widest at the top is almost 3. Is that 3 inches? Yeah, almost 3 inches this way. 3.5 inches tall. It looks like it was turned like on a lathe, but it also looks like at some point in its life it either got a little chip on it from before it was painted and had the finish coat put on it, because that is underneath the paint. Just a slight flat part right there. I don't think, no, it couldn't have, if it had been dropped, it would have cracked that paint and it would have popped off. But it definitely fits. That is just a regular mechanical pencil. I know, I like having the stuff that you can use practically. Yeah, and there's a pen, so, all sorts of fun things on the desk like that. Or I bet you could use it for brushes, for if you're an artist, or even some in the bathroom, like makeup brushes. Maybe some of those handles would fit in there too. So I almost thought it was for toothpicks at first, like the hors d'oeuvre picks that they have, like for in the middle of a tray. But definitely a pen or pencil holder. Oh, well, this one is authentic. Somebody has used it before. I'm trying not to tip it over again. I will empty this out before it gets sent out. I have a Treasure Craft salt and pepper shakers. Looks like an apple and a pear. with leaves. These have the wooden look built into the ceramic, Treasure Craft, made in the USA. And then it has that enamel paint in the leaves and the fruit. The pepper does not have a stopper. The salt does, and it has salt in it. So we have 4 holes in the pepper and 5 in the salt because I just tipped that one over. This pair will be, I'll start at $12. 2 inches across and 2.5 inches tall. I have seen the what are they called? Like the canister set, but I don't think it matched this. It was I think it was in green, the one that I had at Midmod. So, and of course, they're both marked on the back with Treasure Craft. Again, a very functional, usable piece. Actually, these could go start at 10. I just saw right here on the pepper where looks like it has some slight damage and somebody's tried to color it in. And it would need a stopper anyway, so. But yeah, with the blue and green fruit, yeah. I think so. I don't remember if I had the canisters out at Midmont, Kristen, and I don't remember, honestly don't remember what was on them, but I don't think it's fruit. Maybe I'll have to go back to my pictures and double check. And there's a little bit of pepper left in that one still too. Now I have pepper on my desk. Where did I sit over there? I'm gonna have to take them and get them all dumped out. That could be bad. Don't need any sneezing today. I've had enough of that. Right. Okay. Kind of thought they were similar. All right. Let's go to these guys. I have owls. They are the let's see, am I going to be able to say it? The Rinconada, Artesania Rinconada pottery out of Peru. I have 3 of these. They are all the same shape. I can't hold them. I could hold them all up at once. They're a little heavy. There's all 3 of them. They're a little bit fancier because they do have the gold highlights on them. Yep, George Antique Nomad. He did write a treasure craft book. You are correct. I have it upstairs. So they have a cobalt glaze with the gold highlights. They are a little bit larger than some of the figurines I've had in the past. I saw these running about $30 to $40 on eBay, so I can start them at, well, I can start 2 at $20 because I just saw this one has a chip on the tail. So he would start at 15. They are approximately 3 inches by 3 inches and about 3 inches tall. So, hi Sabrina, how are you doing? This guy has a couple of those foam feet, and he also has the sticker. And oh, Uruguay. Uruguay? The other one is Peru. Shooey. Let's see, AR, handmade in Uruguay. That's the sticker on there. And this one has a sticker, but the sticker has worn off. There's no print on it. And he also has the foam feet. And the one with the chipped tail does not have a sticker, just has the foam feet, but he has, it looks like underneath, you can see where it is where they put the AR in the clay underneath. Okay, Kristen. Thank you. Romola, I see you. Thank you. Got it. Go on there. All right. I do like how they have such a texture on the owls. There's a store up in Castle Rock, Kristen. I don't know if you've stopped at it before. Kristen is local. She's up in Denver. So she got to come down to the show this weekend and hang out and talk for a little bit again. So they used to have a progressive set. So somebody must have been a dealer at some point, and they had from the raw clay all the way up to a finished product with the gold. So it showed each step of the way in their process of how they made these figurines, and it was really cool. So, all right, so I have 2 available that have the sticker, and then the one has the little chip on his tail. So, Romola, looks like you're in on it, and we can mark that as sold to you, and you can let me know which one you want. Oh, yeah. Boy, it was crazy busy in Denver, so this weekend. Oh, blue. All right, last call. I have Romola. I have cracked lead in this pencil. Every time I try to write a letter, it breaks off. How many would you like, Miss Romola? I have the 2 available in good condition. And the one with a readable sticker. Perfect. I have this guy right here for you. Thank you, Romola. And if anybody else would like one in the chat, 20 for the one with the sticker that doesn't have any letters on it, and 15. And just type owl in the chat. These will probably be going out to my booth. That's the other thing I've been trying to do, is to get another box full ready to go to the booth. And so I can get the next round over there. I think I'm going to pull out Christmas. I don't think I'm going to get that done today. Excuse me, this week, but I'm hoping to get it done within a week or so. All right. Thank you so much. As long as we're on the AR, I have a poodle available. He has got quite the little nose and curlicue tail on him. Oh, cool. He is marked underneath right here. And I can start him at 15. He is approximately 3.5 inches tall by about 3.5 inches long and about 1.5 inches wide. So 1.5 inches, 3.5, because he's got that long nose, and 3.5 tall. Has the glazed curlicues and all the hair around the face and on the nose. Do I have any glass ornaments for Christmas? Yes, Mary Beth, but do you have something more specific that you're looking for by chance? Maybe send me an email of what you're looking for. And trying to think. What I have is about 10 to 15 boxes of vintage Christmas out in the garage. So oh yes, you're right, Romola. That'll look great with that chocolate owl. But I thought, when I see these, I generally pick them up if I can. So That's the poodle. I'm gonna set him over here. Now I have two more. One is very, very similar, but it's not the same company. This is my last AR. It is, there's the signature right there. It's probably upside down. Hey, Carol, how are you doing tonight? Good to see you. And Deanna, who did I miss pop in? Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. Is that Northwest? Is that Deanna? Did I forget that? This is a Pegasus. He does, however, have one little chip. You can see it right here on the back of his wing. It's that one little square that has popped off. So he can start at $12. Probably would have been upwards of 25 to 30 again because of the size of this piece. That's what I thought. Okay, see? I think it's just that I'm not on the top of my game and names are just been escaping me this week. 3.5 by 2 by 3 tall. He's got the great glaze colors, the yellow, orange, and the white on that white. It's a white background clay, but and sitting there really nice. I know, and isn't this adorable? Look at his tail with the little heart on his backside. So I didn't notice the chip at first because of where it is. It's hard to see, but definitely is missing one little piece of a glazed square, just like this there. So thank you for being generous of me forgetting your names. Oh my goodness. Barb and I were talking about somebody that asked for a piece on Facebook, and I said, and they had the same first name. And I said, don't you mean so and so, so and so? She's like, no, the other one. So the other one would be really hard to get. They lived in like totally different states. I was like, oh, too many names that are so similar. Reminds me of the 80s too, with the Pegasus and the unicorns, especially with that little heart on him. But got a nice little mane too. All right, well, Pegasus, you're going over here. Turkey down. Good thing it's a plastic pin. All right, and the last one I have in that style is a penguin, mother and little chick. This one, however, is marked Coad, 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 and it's out of Peru, where the other ones, the AR, is out of Uruguay. So this penguin pair will start at $10. It's a little bit smaller piece, 2 3/4 tall, and just about 2 by 2, a little bit wider where the tail is. But the only reason why, I mean, when I looked at it, I thought it was AR because of the way the glazing is. So I'm sure there's similar companies that use similar techniques. And then I turned it over and realized it was a different pottery company. But I think the penguins are adorable. They'll be good going into winter as well for winter scenes, or even he's almost small enough he could go in a little type cut. It might be too big for a type cut, but maybe a little shadow box. And I don't see any chipping on the edges. So, and the white is also a shiny glaze. Goes all the way up and around his eyes. He's just a sweet little look on his face. I see Cindy at 10. Thank you, Cindy. Doing a pretty good job of clearing out. Pretty soon I'll be able to, as I go through some boxes, put more stuff right up there that I can pull as we go. So we're working on it. Good night, Tammy. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Have a good one. We can count that down for Cindy, please. I got that one already marked, so I'll set them over here. Okay. I think I'm going to do these guys next. I want to show them to you all. I don't really think I want to put them in my booth because they are so fragile. Last call. Penguin sold to Cindy. Thank you so much. I have a pair. I'd like them to go together. These are vintage mercury glass blown cats. Now, this one is a pretty good size. They are delicate, and I will have to be extremely careful how I package them because this is a glass blown tail that's been pulled out. The large one is just about 7 inches long, and they are about 5 inches tall. I'll show them up close. You can see where the opening was for how they were blown. And looking at them here, they almost look like balloon animals. So that is the large one. And the small one is about 4 inches long and almost 3 inches tall. Same shape, same design, just smaller. And what is really cool about this pair is the person that the estate that these came out of, they labeled their items. So you can see right here, it says they got these in Cleveland, Ohio in 1932. So 91 years old, 91 years ago they were purchased. I've not seen these, and I'm sure that for 90 years for something like this not to get knocked off a shelf is amazing. So I'd like to keep them together. They the other cat that I got out of this collection was a Tiffin cat, and it was marked that where they got it at a local Denver like store as well. It was really neat to see the what would be the word? Oh, what's the word? There's that special word for where stuff has come from. I think where I need to start on these, and I'll probably be still undercutting them, keeping them lower for you guys here. I think they would probably be around $150 for the pair if I had them at a show. So I can start them for $75 for you guys here. And I know that's a higher end grouping, but this is something that I forgot to show last fall. I wanted to make sure that I can, yes, provenance, that is the word. And that's why I left that sticker on there too. I didn't want to take that off because, I mean, there's no maker's mark on these. There's nothing. These are pretty amazing. So Kristen is in at 75. Thank you, Kristen. And I probably, yeah. Yeah. They just need to go in the right home. I love how they used the opening from where they were blown as their mouths. Tammy is in at 80. Thank you, Tammy. They are super lightweight. Let's see. The small one is 0.4 ounces. I see you guys are having a conversation there. I will continue to do this. And the large one is 1.6 ounces. So the two of them together are barely 2 ounces. of glass. Yes. I mean, what I think is neat is that it's mercury besides. I mean, we have a glass blowing store in Colorado Springs, which is very much of a tourist destination. I see Tammy at 100. Thank you, Tammy. Hi, Paula. So good to see you. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. All right. Kristen says 105. I'm sure it's similar to I think it's similar to like the ornament blowing that they would do with the mercury glass ornaments. I think. Um I watched a documentary on that about how they did that back in Germany and everything. So I think it's similar to that, but they're pretty cool looking. Pretty neat pieces. All right. Paula's going to back you up, Miss Kristen, since you're in currently. We have Tammy in at 110. Thank you, Tammy. Uh-oh. Does MJ jump in the chat too? I missed it when I was doing something else. If you're here, hi, MJ. I got to see several people this weekend. It was really kind of fun. All right, Miss Kristen, let me know whether you'd like to be in or out, please. And I believe we have Tammy at 110. And like I say, I do my best guessing at what something is worth. I don't normally go out and do a big bunch of research as to the current prices on everything, and I try and start them out at a reasonable offer for you all here on YouTube. Thank you, Paula. Oh, there she is. So no worries. Yep, she came in, hung out and saw the show this weekend up in Loveland. So Kristen, did you say you were in? Oh, you're out. Okay. Oh, these are amazing. I should have had them out on display. They have been sitting in this box on the shelf. It says fragile, do not stack, with the crisscross masking tape. Just how I picked them up. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Those are really fun. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. I know it was for all the local people. There was a lot of glass and a lot of things to look at up at that show. So where vintage, where did you go? Vintage finds. Cat pair. All right. I'm going to, before they have any issues here, they're gonna go right back in their box. And thank you both for your offers on them. I will be take extra care in wrapping those up for shipping. All right, cool. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get back to the chat, see what I missed. Yeah, I was gonna say I had local pickups for several people, and so I got to see MJ and Carol and Jason and Kristen again, and then Andrea Parker came on Sunday. I got to talk with her a little bit and see her as well, so that was fun. All right, Miss Paula, were you willing to take over for Kristen for a little bit? That'd be awesome. I know Carol was there right at the beginning of the show. Thank you, Paula. Okay. I have a pair of glass candle holders. I know. I mean, if I could just take a break every hour, hour and a half, I would too. That's why it's hard when I'm by myself, but I have to drink just enough but not enough to get in trouble. They are 2¼ inches across and just about 1 inch tall. So they are a red glass. They have the glass maker sticker on it. Let's see. It is, I'm going to spell it Pukeberg. And I believe, yep, Sweden. I've pronounced it Pukeberg, but I don't know if it's Puckberg or Puke. Anyway, they are a really pretty pair of amber, well, they're ruby, which goes to that amberina look, little candle holders. They have a ribbed base, so you can see that optic through the holder, depending on how it's sitting. And I should check and see if, oh, they do. They have a little bit of that cadmium glow on the edges. Mostly on the edge. I'm not seeing it on top, just on the edge. Oh, I should tell you how much they're starting for. This would be a $12 start. Sorry, Paula. I'm just talking away about the little Swedish glass candle holders. Wanted to offer them to you all. I'm starting to get some boxes put together, like I said, for my Scandinavian shows. And that stuff is usually so Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, and Denmark. And they're the smaller. I see you, Pamela. I see you, Paula. I think they're just about a 1/2 inch opening for the candles. Let's see, can I measure that right? Yeah, just about a 1/2 inch candle holder. Puke. Okay. All right. We can count them down. I have Paula in at 12. Red, Swedish. We'll just call them Swedish. That's easier. Candle holders, pair. 12. Kristen, maybe she took the phone to the bathroom. That or she was back super fast. If I could just take you all with me, it would be so much easier. I don't think it would be great, but it would be, like you have certain people in your life. I have several people in my life that they call me and I'm like, well, guess where I am? I'm in the bathroom. So they're like, obviously, because that's just how, friends are. They call you when they're in the bathroom. So thank you, Paula. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. Where do I want to go next? Let's go here. This is the last big piece. Well, there's another big one. I do not know who made this. Kristen, if she's back, she might be able to help us out on who the maker of this one is. I believe it's a mid-mod style. It is teal with this great globe stopper or lid to the canister. Since it is that gorgeous teal color that I love, I've kind of held off on it for a little bit. The canister itself is 8 inches tall, and the lid makes it about 3 inches taller than that, so almost 11 inches altogether. Yep, 11.5 by about 4 inches wide. I don't know. I just love the colorway. It reminds me of the Belgium jars, but the Belgium ones usually have a rubber seal on the lid. And they're more of a jar style, and this is more of a canister style to me. So I do not see a pontil on it. Did I tell you a start yet? Hi, Sherry. Let's see. We can start at $20. It is definitely heavier at the base right here and is very lightweight up through the top. Hi, Steele. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for joining us. this will be a $20 start. 11.5 inches tall total with what are they, just about 4.5 across on the base. We are guessing that it is either Empoli or Italian style, but I don't really know who made it. But it's teal. It's a gorgeous color. So, all right. Let's set that to the side right here. We're just going to work our way down in the size range now. I had the cats earlier, so now I have a puppy little planter. He's ceramic. He does not have any marks. It looks like a remnant of a sticker. Yeah, not on his paws. That's just like marks from sitting on a counter somewhere. I think it's a Japan kind of era with the big-eyed dogs. I can start him at I probably put like 12 to 15 at my booth, so I can start him at 8, honestly. I don't think so, Paula, because there's no lip right there for it to really sit in, and it sits so snugly in the canister that there's barely enough space for it. So it doesn't barely even move from side to side. Yeah, there's just barely enough space for that to have a seal. Usually there's a bigger ridge for a seal. It's a mystery piece of glass, but it's a really pretty teal color, so it's a good suggestion. I did not try and Google search it or Google Lens anything on the teal canister. It looks like it might have been used, but there's not. It looks like it was more, on a counter or stuck on something that had stain or something like that. Excuse me. Not so much the inside used as a planter. It's definitely not that coloration. And the cold paint on the eyes and the mouth are still pretty good. It definitely wasn't dunked to be washed. It's Patsy's. Are you saying 20 on the canister? On this teal piece? We'll put the puppy to the side. Let me tell you what it is. Oh, let me make sure that we're set on 0. It's 1 pound, 6 ounce. The lid is definitely lighter weight. The lid is 6 ounces. The canister itself is 1 pound. So, all right, we'll put you down for that. Thank you, Miss Patsy. We'll pass on the puppy. Put him over there. Patsy on the teal. Got it. Okay. I have a mini decanter in the crackle. And keeping in mind what Kristen has told me about Crackle and Blinko, this should be Rainbow or Kanawa, or what was the other one she said? And it's just in their little mini pitchers and mini decanters. It's the olive green color. With the stopper, I can start it at $12. Oftentimes the stoppers are missing. Is that great olive green color? 6.5 inches tall with the stopper, and about 3 inches at its widest. It has the ground edge on the stopper and in the spout, so it can sit in there well. Pilgrim, there we go. Like I said, my brain, I swear. There's the pencil mark on the bottom. No worries. I think sometimes they're so interchangeable by their styles are so similar. It's really hard to tell. The stopper itself is 3 inches long. This is how we often find them around here because this is what falls out and either gets broken or gets lost. So let's see. Definitely more of an olive green or colonial green, I guess, is what Fenton would call this older green. So one of those little decanters. Okay, you're going right here. All right. Well, I think that one has to, I know I have a question on that one, so I need to wait on that. Another owl. He might be close to my last owl for the night. He has the brown speckled pottery with the brown and cobalt glazes from Marked Mexico. I can start him at $12. He's a bigger piece. I would say, yep, right about 6 inches by 3 inches wide and about, he's almost 5 inches tall. 5 inches tall, 6 inches long, and about 3 inches wide. Oh, it would be. You're right. Some white, some sand in there too would be very pretty. I think there was a name, like a town name, but I'm not very familiar. It looks kind of like an MEIZ. I'm not sure, but definitely from Mexico. 18 would, I don't know, a year, a piece style. Here's the back side of how the wing has been glazed with the brown and the cobalt. Thank you, Romola. The front with the feathers, and then the front head, wings, and face. Let's see. There's his little tail. That's mostly done in browns. Oh, all right. Jason is on it. Thank you, Kristen. So this little decanter was rainbow. We have Romola on the owl at 12. And there is the hole they put in it for usually so when it's fired it doesn't explode. So all right, we can count it down. We got it for Romola. Over here. Getting down to the smalls for tonight. If there's anything I've shown earlier that you'd like to see again, just let me know. Be more than happy to show it again. The other piece I have from Mexico. Oh, Midge jumped in at 15. Romola, and to let us know if you would like to be in at 16 or higher, please. And I will just write it again because I don't want to scratch it out. Make it be so I don't know what's what. Romola says 17. Thank you, Romola. Are his eyes? His eyes are pretty dark brown, almost a black. I had thought maybe they had been cobalt. Or wait. You know what? Is this playing tricks on me? No, there are blue there. I thought for a minute that this was reflecting the blue from the screen. It's reflecting the blue right there from the screen, but this is definitely black on his eyes. And then these are more of a black up here, and then they go to the cobalt. Midge is out. Thank you for letting us know. Counting it down for Romola. Yeah, at first I thought that this was just reflecting, but it's not. That's the blue. Last call. All in, all done. Thank you so much, everybody. And we are sold to Romola. Perfect. Thank you. Now, I have this other piece from Mexico. It's not a piece. It's a set of 4 napkin rings. When I got them, they were done in clear cling wrap so that they didn't get lost. They all stayed together. So if it's too much of a glare, let me know and I can take them out. But it's a little bit of, they all coordinate, but they're all a little different design. And I can start these at $8. I would normally have them at 12 at my BTS show. They are a pale green to the forest green with the highlights of yellow on them. Looks like the yellow with the floral are very similar. And then there's a single rose on this one. And this one looks like it's got a leaf and a bug and a leaf and a flower. But they all coordinate. And 3 of the 4 are signed. Looks like CAT, C-A-T, Mexico. Whatever that is short for, or maybe it's an artist initials. If anybody wants more up close without the cling wrap, I just thought it was a really nice way to keep all of them together and without them being knocked about or losing them. So, and I believe it is that really, it's pretty much that white clay or pottery with the really pale green background. So I thought actually it was pretty clever that they even wrapped them up that way. And that nobody tried to take them apart for that matter. All right. I have a choice on 2 hand-blown glass beads. I believe that these could be put on a wire and worn as a necklace. They're really interesting. This one is orange to like a reddish orange color variation, and they have the hole right through the middle. I would like to start at $15 choice on these. And the other choice is a transparent yellow with some clear. Now, they are approximately 1¼ inches across and 3/4 inches wide. So 3/4 inches this direction and about 1¼ this way. The yellow is slightly bigger. I would think they'd look really neat on a chain where it could sit just about here. These came out of the same estate as the glass blowers items that I got, like the mushrooms and the apple, like the little earrings and the hummingbirds and stuff. These are also her pieces. Now, that being said, the orange one fluoresces under black light. Turn it so you can see it. I would think either a ribbon necklace or a ribbon chain, a wire chain, wire choker, or a chain, metal chain. Any of those choices, I would think, would set these off pretty neat. You could probably also have it hung as an ornament. Yes, the orange one glows. You can see the stripes, the striations of how it was blown out. I'm going to show the yellow one under the same light, and it does not fluoresce. Unfortunately, because it is such a beautiful, bright yellow color to start with. So ornament or necklace. What else was I thinking? I was thinking they might be kind of neat, even hung from a rearview mirror. That might be kind of, I don't know, tricky with if you go over a bump, but you don't want it to hit the windshield, that's for sure. But they're like giant blown marbles made like a bead. They're very lightweight. Like that, the orange is 0.3 of an ounce, and the yellow is 0.4 of an ounce. So, okay, I will set those aside. Oh, Miss Patsy says 15. Thank you, Miss Patsy. What's interesting about the yellow is that you can see through the glass and see how it was pushed in to create that hole for the bead. Oh boy, it just wants to go back and forth on my face and the items. Sorry. Thank you, Steele. All right, Kristen's counting us down. And Patsy is going to call what she wants before we get to the end there. Last call. Patsy. Going with the yellow. I'm just going to call it a bead. Thank you so much. We are sold to Miss Patsy. Perfect. And that is going to go over here because I don't want it to roll off. You just sit right flat, right there. Thank you so much. Okay. I think I'm going to do a couple choices. These are little figurines. I have a skunk. Oh, Mom's going to take the orange one. All right. Thanks, Mom. Got it. They're ceramic. And this one is painted with a little, little tail in the air. We have had some fragrant ones of these guys running around the neighborhood the last week or so. And then the little chipmunk, he's holding a little seed or something. His little tail and his little stripes. These guys will start at, let's start them at $4 because I probably put them about 5 or 6 in the booth. They're both ceramic. The skunk does not have any mark on the bottom. It would be choice. And the chipmunk, though, it says ceramic arts with a copyright, but right where the other word is where the opening is from the ceramic. So I don't know if ceramic arts is the name of the company that made it, or if it said a city, a country. I don't know. But look at his little face. Everybody going around and looking at the fall leaves up in the Colorado mountains will run into these little chipmunks up there. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it. I'll go in and give myself a thumbs up as long as we're here on my tablet. There we go. And I don't think they're Rio. I don't think this one is Rio Hondo, but it reminds me of that vaguely because I did see more Rio Hondo at the show and they're more in brown tones usually. So I see Miss Patsy at 4. Thank you, Miss Patsy. We can count it down for Miss Patsy and you can just tell me which one or both that you would like. Oh, wow. We don't have possums in Colorado, at least not. Okay, let me rephrase that. I have not seen one in my neighborhood. How about that? I don't know if we do or not. That would probably be a question that mom could answer. Usually I see those more when we get further east, the possums and armadillos. All right, last call. What would you like, Miss Patsy? Skunk? Chipmunk? Both? Why is this? My messages are talking back to me on my tablet. And we have 40 people in the chat so far tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and hanging out. Appreciate it. She's taken both. Thank you. Perfect. It's going to go right there. Thank you, Miss Patsy. All right. I'm going to go with another choice, please, Miss Kristen. I have 3 of these smaller Goble satin glass animals. I have the little lion. I thought these were bigger when I first saw them. Like I saw them further away, but I thought they were bigger like this. These are like minis. This one's 2.5 inches long by 2 inches tall, and he's a little lion. Now they have, well, yeah, hopefully not as a pet. They have the sticker on them right here that says Goble, West Germany. Since they're the smaller sizes, I would say let's start at $12 for choice. So the lion is the first choice, and this little bird, duck, swan, stork, whatever he is, swimming little bird is the second choice, and here's his sticker. And does it say, I can't read anything backwards tonight. 24%, that's German. I don't know what that word is. The Berks, whatever that is. Yes, lots of them in Texas. There's a bunch of them in Kansas too. And the third choice is this flying butterfly. So he's kind of got a little stand. It's about a 1/2 inch or an inch tall. And he's got his wings spread out and flying. It's got the same sticker on him. And he is just about 2 inches tall, I believe. Yep, 2 inches tall. The bird is, well, just about the same. 2.5 inches tall by 2 inches long. Now, when I got this lot, I ended up having several pieces with chips in it. So those ones are probably going to go to the booth because I was just disappointed with how much chips they had in them. I am not seeing any glow. The only thing is a little dust from being on the shelf. Nope, no glow. But I hadn't seen the littles before. Like usually the ones I come across are about 4, 5, 6 inches tall with this satin finish. And they just have a nice ground bottom, so they sit flat on all the pieces. Oh wait, this one has the etch mark on the bottom. Right there. Goble. I know, isn't it funny? That's not what I want or need to glow in the house, honestly. Let's see if I can see this one. Oh, this one has it too. It's right down here. Catch it. There it is. There's the bird's etch. And then I would think, yep, here's the etched mark right here on the butterfly. How funny, I didn't notice those. They're very slight. Wants to focus on that face right there. So they are all etched and all have their stickers. Oh, well, okay. That would probably have to be something that Like a good local cuisine. I probably wouldn't be opposed to trying something like that if they guaranteed me that it was delicious. All right. I have these two teeny little cloisonne birds. It will be a $5 start choice. Um, I did not see a mark on the bottom. Here's their feet. And I don't see anything even with the magnifying glass right now. Well, that was the first one. And this is the second one. They're a little bit different colorways. This one has a yellow head with the blue, and then it wraps around to the purple in the front. And there's the white towards the bottom. It has flowers on the wings. And these are just tiny small. They are 1.25 inches tall and about 1.25 inches wide from their beak to the tail, but barely an inch the other direction, more like 3/4 of an inch this way. Um, I know nothing about them other than I know that I think they are fun, and I know lots of people like these little bitties for miniature shelves and like the cloisonne, so I picked them up. So we had Sabrina in at 5. Miss Patsy is at 6. Yeah, they both have flower designs on their wings. And there's their feet again. No, they're pretty cute. And I would say they are close to an ounce. No, half an ounce each. All right, Miss Sabrina said 7. Okay. Yay, I got them both. So hopefully they won't go anywhere. Hopefully they won't wiggle. All right, I have cloisonne birds written down. Miss Patsy says 8. I thought they were cute. They had some potential. I picked these up with Steven in Kansas City as well. Sabrina is out, so we have Miss Patsy at 8. We can count it down. And I'm going to call, as she's doing that, you can decide. I have the cobalt, let's see, cobalt, that's what we'll call this one, and yellow to differentiate the two. If you'd like only one, call their color. If not, you can say both. That would be awesome. Obviously, Sabrina will be back up. Miss Patsy's taking 2. All right. Thank you, Miss Patsy. Thank you, Sabrina. Right next to the other critters right there. Okay. We're going to stay on, I have like 6 things left that I pulled, looks like. And then I'll look around and make sure I got them all. This is a little orange Scotty dog. Mama pushing her little puppy in the stroller. That great green color with the contrast of the orange. And it is marked Japan. This would be a $5 start. It's not a real big one. Again, I believe it's about 3 inches, 2.5 inches tall by, just about 2.5 inches long. Got a little cold paint for the eyes and the nose. And let's see, you can see the little eyes on the puppy in the stroller. And then the green paint. I see Carolyn at 5, thank you. That's cute with the little wicker details on the stroller as well. There's the Japan mark. And I don't think. Nope, no glow. Well, see, I will keep my eyes out for more of those. Is it just out of curiosity, is it the cloisonne? Is it the little the smallness of the figurines? Is it the birds? They're but I definitely keep my eyes out for the littles all the time. So we can count this down for Carol. A puppy stroller. Going once. Oh, Sabrina likes the birds. Okay. Because that would be it. I don't know which part of it that made those so good, why everybody likes them, and maybe Miss Patsy likes them for a different reason too. So going twice, let's call. And we are sold to Carol. Thank you so much, Miss Carol. I'm going back to a choice. I have two of these little figurine trinket boxes that open up. These are a heavier weight. I mean, 3 ounces. I mean, they're just not really lightweight, but they are heavy compared to the other littles I've had up. This is a frog with his little crown. Let's start these at start them at $10. He's got the crown and then pink rhinestones, and it is a gold color base. I don't believe. Oh, that's his hinge. I don't believe there's any marks on it. Here's the design on his back. And then he opens like this at his mouth with that little magnet closure. And then the other choice, I think, is a little Chihuahua kind of style puppy. And his enameling, he's got some pink rhinestones, yellow ones on his ears, different ones. Does he have them different ones in his eyes? Nope, his eyes are like the metal tone. And pink rhinestones on the back. And he's a more of a silver tone on the base. And it opens up this way with that magnet closure. Let's see. They're almost the same height. The frog is a little bit taller. He's 2 inches tall by about 1.5 by 1.5. And the puppy is 1.5 inches long by 2 inches tall. So they're very similar in size, perspectively. Well, I just love the minis. Something that I always collected as a kid. I grew up at antique markets. My parents would be. I'm back, and that's one of the things that I got to get during some of the shows. Am I back? It says I'm moving on my feed, so okay. Want to make sure. Yeah, I was nice and frozen there for a second, wasn't I? But it's always fun to have something little for kids, an inexpensive collect. Okay. They do an hourly door prize, and they also do one for the children. The kids get to go in their own drawing, so it's one of the ways to help build new collectors. I know. I don't know what happened. Jeff told me the other night when we were looking at this was that it wasn't that the Wi-Fi was kicking me off, it's that our whole router flipped off and came back on again. So Miss Patsy was saying she liked both the Cuisinart and the small, and all of it all together. All the things. So yeah, it's a really fun way to help build collectors at the shows to have goodness. All right, I'm turning off the Wi-Fi so it won't keep kicking me on and off, first of all. And I have the bin of cookie cutters at the vintage shows. They're not breakable. So it's a really great way so kids can touch and feel and look at things where they're constantly telling kids, don't touch, don't touch. And I'm like, come on in. You can't hurt anything. It will be okay. It's not a problem. Come and look. Please feel free. So I always like having something for kids. And it's fun to show them, like with the black lights, the little black light keychains, the glass that glows. That's always fun too. So, all right. Am I not frozen anymore? And I'm not blipping on and off? I hope. I have 3 last items. We're right at the 2-hour mark, so that's awesome. Thanks everybody for hanging in there, coming and going and watching. I appreciate it. I have this third to the last item. I'm not sure what he's made out of. I thought it was wood, but I think it's ceramic. It's a butterfly or moth that's been painted, has wire antenna, and it is marked Mexico, CELF. I don't know. Again, artist name or city name. This is how big it is. This will be a $5 start. So he is just over 3 inches wide by 2.5, and he's probably an inch and a half deep this way, and 3 inches wide this way, and about 2.5 this way. I see a lot of different Mexico souvenirs, but I've not seen critters like this before. Mom has the ones where they're like all the dots, all the to make the patterns and everything, and then we see a lot of the pottery, like the owl that we had earlier. But this is just such a really pretty, almost a natural looking. I'd hope there'd be a butterfly like this in nature. And for it to be a souvenir is really kind of fun because you could hang it like an ornament, or put it on a shelf, or put it in a shadow box or a trinket tray on the wall. It's just a small size, and it does have a little wire hook right here, so you could hang it on the wall as well. Yeah, I like the color combination. It's almost Mom's new bathroom color, but hers is lime and orange and yellow. No blue in it. So, all right, butterfly, you sit over here. I have a set of metal salt and pepper mushroom shakers. They have 2 different size holes, but the same number. Are you on the butterfly, Miss Sabrina? If you are, we'll just claim it for you. You must, either I'm lagging or you're lagging because that silly Wi-Fi blipped on and off for me. But we can count that down or call it for Miss Sabrina. I see it. Okay, we are sold to Sabrina. Thank you so much. Okay. Second to last item is the mushroom shakers. Now, the tops are almost a flat surface. They're not as rounded as the whole cone. They each have their stoppers, and let's see. They will be up. I'm going to turn it around the other direction. See if we can read that. I'm going to read it with the magnifying glass if we can. These will be a $5 start. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Well, pewter, Kirk pewter, something Manle. Looks like maybe a design name. See, that's what I thought, Mom. Let's see if we can get it on there. Oh, by Kirk Pewter by Hanel, Hanle. It's right here at the bottom. And each of them are marked that way. So I like these. I think these are super cute. I do like pewter. And I would consider using these in my own kitchen, quite frankly. Jeff could have a pepper one, I could have a salt one. We'd each have our own. It'd be perfect. And they're just little ones. They're a little bit smaller, 2¼ inches tall, like almost 2 inches across. Yeah, Mom picked some fun colors for her bathroom for the new place. That's why I got that orange dragonfly that from Eric. She loves dragonflies, and that was that color combination that she has going in her in that new bathroom. So that's fun. All right, this is the last one I've pulled for tonight. Looks like it is another little, I think it's a chipmunk again, but he's done a little more realistically, the stripes. And he has a sticker on the bottom. Whoa. Says Japan. So he's a little bit older piece. He's about the size of a real baby chipmunk, 2½ inches tall, about same thing, 2½ inches this way by this way, and about 2 inches wide. He is a $5 start. Right, Miss Patsy? Oh, goodness. She's already got the whole thing planned out and started, so it's hard to add another color, I guess. But it wouldn't have been the end of the world, that's for sure. Look at his eyes, too. I love the way the eyes are done on these ones with the realism of these figurines. So I remember when I was younger, every summer when we go up to the mountains, we'd feed the chipmunks. Throw them crackers and potato chips from our picnic. I have Sabrina in at 6. This will be the Japan figure chipmunk. And Patsy said 7. Sabrina said 8. Chipmunks are popular today. Well, just so pleased with himself. Miss Patsy says 9. I would guess that the ones around here are just a little bit bigger. Sit about, 4 or 5 inches tall. Yeah, I'm glad you do, Ma. I thought you'd really like it. Gotta get with Mom sometime this week. I picked up a bowl for her at the show after the next day that she double checked to see if she had it or not. So gotta get together with Mom. We gotta go over to the booth and work on rearranging, see if I can make some space. What I need to do is probably put a sale on and then do some pulling again and then probably put in the Christmas. So all right, we have Sabrina at 10. Miss Patsy, would you like to be in or out? And thank you so much, Miss Kristen and Paula, for being our backup. Kristen for modding for me tonight. I appreciate it. All right, Miss Patsy is out. Thank you. Counting it down. Starting to get my thank yous in there as we're doing that. I mean, and we are sold to Sabrina. Thank you so much. I don't normally do a recap, and since I think we're all right. So if there was something that you saw earlier in the sale, just let me know. Either send me an email, put a comment in the video. I think that about covers it. If there's something you needed that didn't get sold, I appreciate you so much for coming and watching tonight. I am working on, like I said, working through the things I have and bringing them to you and then taking it onto the booth. We've got a pretty good process going right now. So it's just working the program. So, yes. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate you offering tonight to mod. And I'm so happy and thankful that everybody came to the show and visited me this weekend and got to see all the beautiful glass. So everybody have a great week. I am planning on, actually, I do have a new thing for this week. I am on with Miss Trisha this Saturday night. I think it's this one. Yep. It should be this weekend, this Saturday on Trisha's channel, Sandy and Otto. So I'll be on with her. That'll be fun to do. I haven't been over there for about a month or 2 months, I think it is. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I am working with Miss Vaughn, Thrifty Rich, to see about getting a sale together with her coming up next week as well. So I will see everybody in the chats. I appreciate you hanging out. I thank you so much for your purchases, and I do appreciate everybody coming and saying hi at the show. So I hope you have a great week. Get some rest if you need it. And I don't know yet, Miss Carol, if I'm going to be over at Pumpkin Pie Days or not. Kind of depends on how much I can get done this week and if I have enough to even pull for that sale. So, but thank you again. Have a good night, everybody. Appreciate it. See you soon.